say that the things that they're doing in the United States or in abroad can also be applied here, provided that we can modify it in local. Meaning, what do I mean here? Kailangan po natin local siya, indigenous. So we keep on telling our participants it should be indigenous. Indigenous fruits and vegetables. Because the protocol abroad are using imported foods. But now we are using indigenous fruits and vegetables. And we are so excited because we have the same effect. We have the same results. And we have the same benefit. I personally believe we can even have more, benefit because we have a lot of choices. Diba, I was telling you before that the diet of Dr. Cadwell Esselstyn is kale diet. Kale, we don't have kale here in the Philippines, but we have pechay, we have talbos ng kamote, we have alopate, we have kulitis, we have malunggay, saluyot, kangkong, and all these can be used in exchange to kale because we don't have kale. Now, if you go abroad and you see kale in America, there are different kinds of kale preparation. Yung kale, it could be cooked, it could be served raw, as salad. Yun po ang beauty niya. Okay? So, and I personally believe that God is really fair. You're providing all the blessings to all people. Alam kasi pantay-pantay ang tingin niya sa atin. Maging Amerika, maging mahirap na Pilipinas, kahit binabagyo tayo, kahit marami tayong, we have lots of calamities here. But still, God provides all these blessings, all the plant foods, no? Lahat pa rin to, pantay-pantay ang blessing natin. Okay? And I believe that if we just discover our local foods here, we can be successful. Now, our program natin ngayon, the program today is chest pain solutions for chest pain, and broken-heartedness. Pareho bang nagbibigay ng pain yun? Okay, question nga. Sir, can you understand Tagalog? Yes, you understand? Please understand. But you can get what I say here because, it's okay. I don't have the English tongue. But welcome to this group, and I try my best to cater all of you, okay? I'll try my best to give what is best today, and I personally believe we can learn a lot for this morning session. Okay, ganito. I have one question to you guys. Anong mas mahirap? Yung chest pain, physical chest pain, o yung broken-heartedness? Okay, tanongin sumasagot sa kakaiba. Okay, ano pong mas mahirap? Chest pain o broken-heartedness? What I mean by chest pain, it is the angina, yung physical chest. O kaya minsan yung parang hapo ka. Because sometimes we cannot define chest pain. The real chest pain is really painful. But sometimes we feel chest pain na mabigat lang o parang hapo ka, hindi ka makaakyat sa LRT, o kaya pagod na pagod ka, hindi ka makalakad, wala kang energy. Ano mas mahirap? Broken-heartedness o chest pain? Yung mas mahirap? Chest pain. Ilan na nagsasabing chest pain? Ilan na nagsasabing broken-heartedness? Pagod sa namin sa broken-heartedness. Sir Richard Tamayo, mas marami kang kliyente. Mas mahirap ang broken-heartedness. Ganito po, ang chest pain naiibsan. And I'm sure some patients here, nakaka-testing pa yung mga pasyente ko dito. Ma'am, alam niyo, after 2 months nawala yung chest pain, pero yung broken-heartedness, hindi kaya solusyon na ng malunggay. Ano ba yan? Tama ba yun? Kasi, pag sumunod kayo ng plant-based diet, in 2 weeks, 2 months, ang sarap na ng pakiramdam niyo, 3 months, wala na yung chest pain. Kaya nyo na, and then later on you will come to understand what's happening inside. But the broken-heartedness, kumain ka na ng malunggay. Ano ba yan? Kumain ka na ng malunggay. Yeah, but the broken-heartedness is hard to handle. Okay? It's really hard to handle broken-heartedness, especially if you have pain inside. And sometimes there is no exact solution for that. Not what I mean by solution in diet. There is no solution in diet. It's hard. Sometimes you have eaten a lot of malunggay, talbos ng kamote, or already plant-based diet, but still the pain is there. But later on you will come to understand happens to all this. Okay? So we have two solutions, simple solutions today, and I personally believe we can use this one. Now, this is a deal. Deal natin na this is a deal. Those of you who keep attending our Need Help program, you know our deal, right? Our deal is this. This seminar is free. It is free, but it is not actually free. What I mean by it is not actually free because you have to do something after the seminar. You will be what? Health educators after the seminar. So that is your payment. After the seminar, you have to teach other people, maybe your family members, or maybe a friend, or maybe your community. And I'm so happy because we have already created health educators in this group. Okay? Now, can I have more? Okay. Now, we are happy because we can now say that heart disease is reversible. Heart disease is reversible, diabetes is reversible, and I'm sure some patients here who are brave enough to share with you their experiences later. No? Mamaya after ng program, yung fellowship natin, while you are eating, we will be asking some friends to speak. Yung while eating na po tayo, same thing na ginagawa natin sa Need Help. While we are dining together, now we will be asking people who are brave enough to share their experiences when it comes to reversal of disease. Ayun ang sinasabi ko, minsan hindi natin alam kung anong solusyon, and this after my talk, I'll be giving the microphone to our next motivational speaker, Richard Tamayo, to discuss to you the brokenheartedness, chest pain. Ang dating natin ngayon, chest pain solution. It could be the real blockage or sometimes nag-hypertension ka na o pati very inactive ka that can cause actually chest pain. Now here, sabi dito, health is something we do for ourselves in the context of unenlightened. This word is very important. Enlightened medical professions. Because there are some people who are practicing medical, but they are not enlightened. Okay, so we need to create more enlightened medical profession so that they can actually give good health, provide good health. Now here, heart disease is largely cultivated, promoted, and it has to do with our lifestyle. And this is now the result of the studies all around the world. They're now saying that after 4 weeks on a plant-based diet, you can now see an excellent change. Excellent in what? Excellent in reduction in cholesterol. Okay? Reduction in blood cholesterol by 15 to 20% just in 4 weeks. And you have tried this one, right? Many of you have tested your blood before the program, and then after, tayo nga minsan, sometimes we are very in a hurry. And you know, patients are sometimes very in a hurry. Mom, 3 weeks na akong plant-based. O sige, mag-test muna tayo. And then after a while, makikita nila ang baba na ng cholesterol. Okay, ganyan siya. And with this, you can have reduction. Wala yung slide kong isa. Reduction in heart disease risk by 50 to 60% just in 4 weeks. Just in 4 weeks. And if you want to see back up on this study, you can now research on the Lifestyle Center of America in Sulphur, Oklahoma. We used to go to Guam Health and Wellness Program. We used to run the CHIP program, Complete Health Improvement Project, and it's really consistent that there is reduction in cholesterol. And when we see reduction in the lipid profile, we can now see reduction even in the heart disease risk. Yung panganib na papababa natin by 50%. This is now the best news. Now here, sabi dito, di ba we used to do karada? Isa pa minsan, we don't have the lipid panel, but we can use the karada scan and we measure the subcutaneous fat and skeletal muscle. Anong significance nun? Bakit wala tayong dalang karada? Alam niyo po, ang layo eh. Dala namin yung ibang kaldero. Hala, yung karada na iwan. Sa susunod na seminar, dadalhin natin ang karada. We have to train a lot of people so that they can help us in the karada scan. Umpisa natin program to eh, kaya this is a little bit harder for us. Ang layo ng Pasay, papuntang hakot kami dito. Now, okay, tingnan nyo, if you are overweight, you drop your weight by 5 to 10 pounds lang. Kahit Kahit yan lang, and you can see already benefit, no, while eating more plant foods than ever. And you can already see good effect in your subcutaneous fat, skeletal muscle, and you can see reduction in your lipid profile, in your lipid panel. Yun lang, magandang effect na. Ano nga ang lesson natin? All our participants here in the health is promoting endothelial, making healthy endothelium. And we keep on telling that this is the basic. Di ba basic natin itong knowledge? And if you want to see, this is actually reversal. Kung hindi nyo patitigilan, matutuluyan sa pagkamatay. Ayan na, sudden death na. And it starts with angina, that is chest pain. And it starts with heart failure. Continue to heart failure, and then sudden death. Sabi ng statistics, 1 out of 4 patients with heart disease, the symptoms is sudden death. So the sudden death is the first symptoms when it comes to heart disease. And it is actually so important. Looking at this, it can be reversible. And if you want to reverse it, you need to have healthy diet. Okay? So, we want to understand clearly the function of the endothelium. The function of the endothelium is very important. What is the endothelium? Ang endothelium is the inner lining of your blood vessel. Okay? That is one layered cell. Ito siya, oh. Yan o, yung maliit na yan. Wala akong pointer. May pointer dyan. Ito na lang. Ano? Yan. Yung puti na yan. Yung nagko-cover na yan. Yan ang endothelium. Okay? That is the inner lining of your blood vessel. Ano itong endothelium na to? The endothelium is very important. Balik nga tayo dito. Baka may picture. Ayun ang endothelium, oh. The inner lining of the blood vessel. Yan, napakanipis. Ang sabi nila, that is 100,000 part of a millimeter. Ang liit. Kung ganyan kala... Saan ang point? Okay. Thank you. Ito siya. This is the endothelium. The endothelium is so thin. If I have here my hair, ito yung isa kong buhok, ang capillary, mas maliit pa ng parang i-divide mo pa ito ng 100 or more than 100 times. Kasi ang endothelium is 100,000 of a millimeter. So napakaliit. This is really microscopic. Kung gumanyan kayo, wala pa doon. Hindi pa magkasya. Okay? So this is really so small. And looking back at the picture, it can easily be reversible. No? Reversible yan. By the use of nitric oxide. This is a powerful gas. Now, this is the Western lifestyle, and the Western diet can actually give us, diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and, LDL, the bad cholesterol becomes so abnormal. Now, what's this? This is the endothelium. The endothelium has the ability to protect the blood vessel, and this is your LDL. The LDL has the ability to penetrate inside the endothelium, and it is oxidized inside. That's the story. The endothelium is oxidized inside until it becomes plaque. Okay? Now, if you look at the picture, this is actually the ideal gradually progressive coronary artery narrowing, which accounts to 12.5% of heart attacks. Hanggang ito na siya. So this is the progression. The progression from the ideal, it becomes so narrow until the person dies. But the thing here, it only accounts to 12.5%. Remember na, this accounts only to 12.5%. So, ang liit niya. Ang liit ng population na namamatay sa ganitong klaseng kamatayan. So, paano yung malaking percent? It's not because of the full blockage. It's not because of the full blockage, yung bumara ng todo. It is because of the rupturing of the endothelium. Yun bang pumutok yung endothelium. And it accounts to 87.5% of the problem. Yan ang mas malaki. Yung pumutok, hindi yung nagbara. Okay, this is another picture. This will show us that chest pain will happen happen if the plaque is more than 70%. Remember that, huh? Chest pain will only happen if the plaque is more than 70%. Below 70%, there is no chest pain. So, ibig sabihin, sa atin ngayon, there are some people out here who have non-chest pain. But it doesn't assure us that you have no plaque. Pwede may bara ka, wala ka lang chest pain. Because chest pain happens if the plaque is more than 70%. So if there is chest pain, the person will go to the doctor, and the doctor would do angiogram, and the angiogram will show you that you have already good plaque, and the plaque is around 90%, 88%, 97%, mga ganun yung data na pinapakita sa akin. Okay? So this is sad. But the good news today is this. If this is you today, you have plaque, and you have chest pain, can you see? Because this one is 70% or close to 70%, halimbawa. And then you have high LDL. This is your low-density lipoprotein. Of course, you don't have good nitric oxide. Pangit yung sistema mo. You are poor. Okay? Mahirap ka. Meron kang nararamdaman dito. But you know what? It can be treated because your endothelium is producing a gas which we call nitric oxide. And it is produced, and it lowers down, no? Your LDL. Bumaba yung LDL nyo, okay? Well, little by little, maganda ng LDL nyo, wala nang pumapasok, and then it becomes zero. There is possible for reversal. Diba? But it takes time. Itong event na to, it takes time. Siguro, aabutin kayo dito ng mga taon. Yung iba 3 years, yung iba 5 years, but still, go on. Why? Because if you don't do the diet and the lifestyle, and if you just follow healthy, if you just follow medicines, ang mangyayari niyan, magbabypass pa rin kayo after 5 taon. Ulit ka na naman ang bypass. And when you do that, ulit ka na naman ang gastos. And when you do that, baka hindi ka na makaraos. Patay na yung aabotan natin yan. Okay? So we don't want that. And this is actually beautiful. Tingnan nyo, gradual plaque thickening and plaque shrinkage. Yan o, lumiliit through plant-based nutrition. Okay? Yung mga pasyente ko ditong may successful stories na from meat eater, naging plant-based eater sila, they understand what I say. And they know how it feels. Na ang sarap-sarap ng pakiramdam. Okay? Yung mga pasyente naman na hindi pa naiintindihan to ay mahirap. Kasi, mamatay na lang sa sarap. Hindi sa mamatay sa lungkot. Sabi nila, mamatay na lang sa sarap kaysa mamatay sa lungkot. And today, we will be discussing to you heart attack foods and the antidote. The antidote. The title ko focus heart attack foods and the antidote. Ano yung antidote? Heart attack foods and the antidote. Let's start with heart attack foods. Okay, let's start with heart attack foods. We were in the States last September, and we went to this restaurant, and the name of the restaurant is Heart Attack Grill. Sabi ko nga, wow, ang galing nila na umamin. Diba? Inamin, Heart Attack Grill. And they are selling double bypass burger, triple bypass burger, quadruple bypass burger. Look at the burger. Look at the burger. And in front of the restaurant, when we were there, sabi nito, cash only because you might die before the check clears. Okay, sabi, caution. This establishment is bad for your health. Sabi dito, the current government requires that we post this so as to satisfy, sabi dito, the expert control every, over your forgotten freedoms. May isa pa dito announcement, sabi dito, these doctors and nurses don't have U.S. license. Fake doctors and nurses sila. They are fake doctors and nurses. And look at this one. This is really, I love this institution because they are actually honest. Okay? si Mark. Ayan yung lady, nurse, mga lady nila nurse. Mga sales lady nila na nurses. And this is actually the admission window and outpatient surgery. Talagang tunay. Tunay talaga ka. Nakakatuwa. Ito yung yan yung sabi, heart attack grill, taste worth dying for. Taste worth dying for. And yan ang photographer namin, si Michael, tsaka si PJ. Ayan sila, lahat ng mga nurses nila ang gaganda. And they're serving all this food. Double breakfast burger, quadruple pan. Ito, flatliner fries, deep fried into your life. Imagine that the world's highest butter fat content shake. Butter shake. And that's the burger. The burger has 1,100 kilocalories. And that's the doctor. The owner of the heart attack grill is Dr. John. But he's a big doctor. And Dr. John said, why are you so interested in my restaurant? Sabi ko, because this is, if you are in Las Vegas, meron tube doon na yung parang may TV. Sa dulo nun, ito talagang lugar na to. Nandun siya sa dulo. It's a good spot in Las Vegas. And I was asking this guy, sabi ko, sige, interview tayo. This is actual interview. Sabi ko, doctor, can you give message to the Filipinos? Sabi ko ganun. Sabi niya, yes. You know what? Sabi niya, I was like you when I was young. I was doing the health business. In fact, I own 2 Jenny Craig's Wellness and 1 gym. But I got tired. Napagod daw siya. Sabi ko, bakit napagod? Sabi niya, kasi people don't want change. Sige na lang ako promote ng healthy living. Hindi naman nagbabago yung mga tao. So I got tired. So I thought of something that can actually catch the attention of people and the American Medical Association. Sabi niya, di ba in any movie, sabi niya in any film, there should be a bad guy. Ganun daw sa lahat ng Hollywood film, good Hollywood films have good bad guy. Magiging good holiday film yan if the film has a very good kontrabida. And sabi niya, I want to act as kontrabida. Sabi niya ganyan, in the medical field. Sabi niya, ako ngayon yung kontrabida. Sabi niya, and intriga siya ngayon. And what is your message? My message is this. All restaurants. And this is not the message to the Filipinos. Kasi sabi ko, I'm writing a book and the title of my book is Heart Attack Foods and the Antidote for the Philippines. And the message is this. The message is all restaurants. All. Sabi niya, all restaurants are serving heart attack food. That is my message in your book. Sabi ko, yes, it's Dr. John. All. Tapos nag-enumerate siya ng mga talagang sobrang bilis na fast food growing. Sabi, all restaurants are serving heart attack. Tapos ako lang yung matapang na nagsasabi sa mundo na this is heart attack food. Pero lahat sila nagsaserve ng heart attack food. And I will write that in my book. All restaurants are serving heart attack foods. In front of his restaurant has a big weighing scale. And if you are 350 pounds and above, you can eat for free. Yeah. But sabi niya, but you know what? I'm so successful. Then sabi dito, 350 pounds eat free. They can eat free. Ito yung malaking harap ng kanyang restaurant. Sabi niya, but I am successful right now. You know, health education is still in my heart. Pero ang may health education niya, not you guys. All of you look good. Sabi niya, yung mga a little bit overweight, hindi yun. My target for education are those people who are 500, 600, 700 pounds. Sa Amerika, ganun ha. Dito sa atin, pag nag-200 pounds, malaki na ang tingin natin. Pag nag-250, ang laki na ng tingin natin. Doon, hindi. Yung 250, sexy pa doon. Ang mga hindi sexy sa kanila, ang mga 300. Pag tingin nila sa atin, emaciated tayong lahat. Underweight ang tingin nila sa ating lahat. Kasi sa Amerika, ganyan kalalaki yung mga tao talaga. And they are so successful. This company is successful when it comes to reduction of weight by 100 pounds to 350 pounds and above. So, ibig sabihin, yung 500, na-reduce sila ng 400. Naka-imagine na ba kayo ng 500 pounds? I'll show you one later. Okay, so this is a very, na-intriga na to sa America. But they are prepared na. They have wheelchair all around the restaurant. They have ambulance in front of the restaurant. Prepared yan. Ayan na. And he was the spokesperson before. His name is Blair. Okay? Kaso lang si Blair mamamatay lang. Tingnan niyo si Blair, that is 570 pounds. Walang ganyan halos dito sa Philippines. Tayo, overweight siguro tayo ng mga 30 pounds, overweight na sa atin yun. No? Pero ito yun, ito spokesperson, 570 pounds. So, successful silang magpa-lose weight dito by 100 pounds by diet. And sabi ni Blair, sabi ni Dr. Jan, I'm still very happy because we can help people, these people. Now, those of you who have good weight, you can still come to my restaurant just for fun. And pinagtatawanan eh. Na? And what they are using actually is shock therapy. Alam niyo yung shock therapy? Shock nila. Para mabago ka. Shock therapy, hindi ko alam kung paano gagawin yun. Uubin mo. Yung mga hindi makaubos ng pagkain, pinapalo. Para bang nanay na hindi nakatapos kumain, papaluin nila. So that is heart attack foods. Now, many of you are laughing, but we have many heart attack foods here in the Philippines. Even worse than heart attack grill. And I was telling this to Dr. Jan, you know, in the Philippines, we don't have heart attack grill. We don't have heart attack foods as name niya, but we have lots and lots of heart attack foods all around. Even carinderias are selling heart attack foods. Okay? Yung mga heart attack foods namin dito, simple lang. Kahit yung mga mahihirap, affordable nila. Oh, we don't have triple bypass burger, but we have triple bypass adobo. We don't have quadruple bypass burger, but we have quadruple bypass barbecue. And it's only 5 pesos, 10 pesos all around the area. Nakita niyo ba? Ang kumura. Kahit mga mahihirap, okay na kumain ng heart attack foods yung mayayaman, may pang-bypass kayo, may pang-hospital kayo, may pera kayo for heart center. Eh, paano yung mahihirap, mamamatay na lang sila. Diba? And when you look at this one, the good news today is we can reverse heart disease. Before, no, in the 80s, in the 70s, ayaw yan ang marinig ng mga doktor, lalabanan ka ng doktor pag sinabi mong heart disease is reversible. Ay nako, yari ka sa medical field pag sinabi mo yung statement na yon, babatikusin ka. But right now, there are already lots of materials and doctors from abroad telling us that heart disease is reversible. And later on, we will be discussing the nitric oxide. And we want to examine. Now, looking at the laboratory is very important. Okay, ito na yung laboratory na. This is a review to many of you. The laboratory is very important. We want to target the lifestyle medicine range. Remember that. The hospital laboratory range is designed for pharmaceutical company. Remember that? So you have to go a little bit lower than the hospital normal range. In the lifestyle medicine, this is at least pasa na ito ng konti. Pero ideally, ang gusto nating summa cum laude, 150 and below. This one is 90 or 80 and below. Triglyceride is 150 and below. Now here, this HDL, this is your good cholesterol, this is your bad cholesterol. The HDL is modifiable. Depende yan minsan sa result ng total cholesterol mo at ng triglyceride mo at ng LDL mo. Kasi ito nakikisama sa kanila. Pag mababa na ang LDL mo at ang iyong triglyceride, minsan ito bumababa din, which you don't need to worry about that. Now, we have these patients, now 22 participants. All of them never smoke, are not smokers. All of them are non-drinkers. May exercise health-conscious people tong 22 around Asia-Pacific Division. And we discovered something, by the way, many of them are already vegetarian. But some are tasting little fish, some are tasting oil, all of them are not so conscious about the fat content of food. And we tested the diet by reduction ng oil and by including more vegetable in the diet. Yun ang study. 2 weeks na. And we repeated the cholesterol, HDL, and LDL, and we discovered something. Tingnan nyo to. Nung bumaba ang cholesterol, bumaba ang LDL at triglyceride, bumaba din ang HDL. Okay? So, minsan huwag kayong mag-worry, and some doctors don't understand that. Bakit? Ano ba trabaho ng HDL? This is your good cholesterol. This is being produced in the liver. Pag hindi kailangan, hindi maglalabas. Kaya pag bumaba lahat yan, bababa din yan. Minsan yung ibang doctor nag-worry, ay, bumaba din ng HDL mo, pangit. Diba? Hindi ibig sabihin na pag bumaba, pangit. Okay? So this is actually the stuff. This is a boring lecture. Ayan ito, no? Huwag na yan. Ayan sila. Ito na lang, excited tayo dito sa isa. Ito. Ang gusto ko ipakita sa inyo yung inflammation. This is triglyceride. Triglyceride, dahil health conscious na sila, bumaba pa yung triglyceride. Okay, bumaba pa ang triglyceride kahit na plant-based na yung karamihan. We just reduce the fat. Now, how do we reduce the fat? Because the low-fat diet in the book is around 25% of the total energy requirement. We even reduced to 15%. Binawasan pa ng konti. So, ang ibig sabihin nito, tinuruan namin silang maggisa sa tubig. Bawang sibuyas, tubig ang gigisahan. Okay, where do they get their fat? They get their fat from avocado, from the nuts. Okay? They get their fat from sometimes eating outside. Kasi pag kumain ka sa labas, siguradong madaming taba yan. Doon mo na ibibigay yung allowance mo ng fat. Hindi mo sila makokontrol pero ikaw you can control your own kitchen. So, they have studied, no, in the States, now this is a local study here in the Philippines, participants namin to. Pero sa States, there was a research done to 500. This is a published research. They call it German research. Done to 500 patients. 500 patients, ha? Sinubukan nilang i-reduce yung fat level from 25 na low fat, ginawa pang mas mababa. And they can see good reduction in all this data. Okay? Yan siya. So we can duplicate the study here in the Philippines. Kaya pala natin i-duplicate. Okay? Kaya pala natin tingnan. Ito nakakatuwa. Yung diabetic na, ay, ba't naputol? Ito, this is HbA1c. Ang summary nito, yung masyadong mataas ang blood sugar, bumaba, at yung masyadong mababa, tumaas ng to the ideal. Which is good. Okay? Ayan siya, oh. Yung sobrang baba, tumaas ng konti. Yung sobrang taas, bumaba. Okay? Without medications to lahat. Abay, may isa pala ditong diabetic talaga. Okay, now this is very important. This is high-sensitive C-reactive protein. Many of my friends here, you have tested your high-sensitive C-reactive protein so far. Tinitingnan ko yung mga alam ko, naalala ko pa. Sobrang gaganda ng high-sensitive C-reactive protein nyo. Maaaring hindi ko nga kayo kilala as pangalan, as in full name. Pero alam ko yung high-sensitive C-reactive protein nyo. Kasi, kung hindi maganda pa, ulit-ulitin ko kayo. Ulit pa. Pero so far, isa, maganda na. Susunod, ay isa pangit. Susunod, ay maganda na, pasaka na. Tama ba yan? Mas memorize ko yata ang high-sensitive C-reactive protein nyo. Kaysa sa middle name at alam ko yung mga first name. At mga surname, di ba? And this is actually, this is inflammatory marker. Yes, hindi nyo na naiintindihan yan. Sabi ko, ma'am, congratulations. Hindi namamaga. Walang namamaga. Kasi pag may namamaga, possible na may mag-rupture. Tama ba yan? Pag may namamaga, may puputok. Pero pag walang namamaga, walang puputok. Although mataas pa rin ang konti ang cholesterol nyo, pero walang puputok. Diba? This is high-sensitive C-reactive protein. It should be below 1. Ang summa cum laude niyan, 0.5. So, ang nakakatuwa dito high-sensitive C-reactive protein, this is already available in the laboratory. 600 lang yun sa high precision eh. Huwag sa hospital ha, kasi 3,000. Para maulit-ulit nyo, edi magpunta na kayo sa local laboratory. Ito siya, oo. Tandaan nyo, ang high risk, 3. Masama na ang pakiramdam niyan. Masakit ang mga kasukasuan. Tingnan nyo itong participants ko. 22 participants ay hindi naninigarilyo, hindi nagiinom ng alak, may exercise. Akala nila tama na ang diet nila dahil plant-based, pero mali pa rin. Tingnan nyo ito, ang taas 8.7. Hindi ito nakakatulog ng masarap. Itong 5.8, hindi ito nakakatulog ng masarap. Ito hindi din nakakatulog ng masarap. Ang ideal niyan, below 1 dapat. But after 2 weeks, this is before the program. After 2 weeks, tingnan niyo ang reduction. Same laboratory yan, ha? So, lalo pa kung gawin mo itong 1 month. Lalo pa kung gawin mo 2 months. Kaya lupus can be, you know, yung mga lupus patients namin, wow, inibita ako isang lupus dito, hindi ko siguro, alam niyo si Rhea, yung taga-text sa inyo. Nagte-text si Rhea, di ba, sa cellphone? Yung iba sa inyo tinext ko, pero si Rhea ang karamihan nag-text sa inyo. Sabi niyo, ate, ganyan kakapal yung aming participants, 4 na ganyan kakapal na papel. Ganyan pa lang kakapel. Puno na tayo, 40 na eh. Paano ko ite-text yung iba? Kasi katigil na ang text. At ano namin mate-text yung iba na ganyan? Kaya maganda yung nasa unahan. Kaya yung nasa unahan ang gano'n. Sabi ko, sana, lahat itong participants ito maintindihan lang to, kahit hindi na umattend ng seminar namin, continuous lang na monitor, balikan ulit, pag nagpasaway, balikan ulit yung diet, and you can achieve your goal. Di ba? Siguro pwede na tayo mag-convention. Malaking convention, malaking area. Pag may nag-donate ng lugar sa inyo, kailangan lang natin lugar. Free seminar, malaking convention. Lahat ng need help, magsama-sama. Tingnan niyo siya, ha? Ito, bumagsak. Ito yung tipong pag nakaupo, hindi makatayo. Pag nakatayo, hindi makaupo. Kita ang ganun, di ba? Pagka naman upo. Siya yan. But after 2 weeks, ang ganda, ano ginawa namin? Ang ginawa namin ganito. Tuwing umaga, and some of you are already doing that. Tuwing umaga, meron kami isang basong juice. It's either calamansi juice, it's either dalandan juice, it's either vegetable juice. Tuwing umaga in the stomach. Diba? Eh, ginagawa niya yun, diba? Yan ang ginawa namin, yung ang dinagdag namin, and you can see improvement in the inflammation. Bakit? Importante yun. Importante yun kasi early in the morning, nagpasok ka na agad ang nutrients sa katawan mo. Okay? Minsan nakakantay na kumain ng ganun kadami. Ngayon, mga kapatid ko, uso ang dalandan, ha? Please. 10 piso lang sa palengke, yung mga malalambot. Huwag niyong palampasin to. Pag nagtag-init, wala na tong dalandan na to. 5 piso, 10 piso, yung maliliit ang bibili niyo. Please, tigain niyo na yun sa umaga, inumin niyo na at nakakailang tiga kayo. Kota na kaagad kayo sa oral units, oxygen radical absorbance capacity. So, yan siya. Okay, yan, no? Ang grupo, if this is the average of the CRP, bumagsak ng ideal, yung average. Now, this is another thing. Yung vitamin D, ha? Remember, everyone telling about this, kailangan kayo magpainit, ha? Masikatan ng araw. Lahat ba nagpapainit pa? Mga babae. Mga babae, beauty first before sunshine. Ha? Kayo, ma'am? Sabi, kasi can you take the tablet kung hindi ka nagpapainit? Ito na nga sabi ng orthopedic doctor, orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Fred ko. Medyo hindi effective ang vitamin D supplement. It's just a business. Eh, dinagastusan lang kayo. Ngayon, ganito po, hindi masyadong mahirap yung rule ng pagpapainit, ha? Masikatan ka lang ng konting araw kung may araw. Kung walang araw, huwag yung pilitin. Kung bagyo, huwag niyang pilitin. Pero kung may araw, at nakita niyo yung araw, i-take advantage nyo na kahit few minutes lang. Sabi nga, di ba, pagka may inflammation, 10 to 15 minutes lang eh. Masikatan lang kahit portion lang ng katawan niyo, ubra na. Okay, kung wala namang araw, wala tayong magagawa doon. Okay, so here. This is important. Now, some of you are challenged. Yung iba sa inyo na pasyente ko na may extra budget, nagpa-vitamin D kayo. Nagpa-vitamin D testing. And you discover it's really deficient. Ang challenge doon, you can have the sun exposure and then repeat after a few weeks and you can see great improvement. Okay, chest pain. Chest pain. Ano ba itong chest pain? This is a study done. Okay, ito siya. Can you see the above and below, before and after? Ito, yung above is bracketed area. Yung bracketed area shows poorly perfused area, poor blood flow. Nakita niyo yung area na yan? Tapos yung below, after 3 weeks, 3 weeks lang ha? 3 weeks intense cholesterol reduction and with plant-based nutrition, there's already good flow, restoration of blood flow. Ito siya, oh. Anong gumagalaw? Ako? Ito siya, oh, nakita niyo, poor blood flow. Nakita niyo, after 3 weeks, nagkaroon na ng blood flow. This is the reason why many of you keep on complaining, how come I have chest pain? I cannot go up in the LRT. I cannot climb hanggang 3rd floor. Ano ba, hindi ko kaya, hinihingal ako, hinahapo ako. Because of this reason. And now, after the plant-based and all this, you can now see improvement, blood flow. So, kaya nyo umakyat hanggang 5th floor. May pasyente ko kahapon. Pinakit ko sa 5th floor. Tinitest ko lang kung kakayanin nyo hanggang 5th floor. Because that's my test. Pag nakakapagsalita ko sa 5th floor, ibig sabihin malakas na yung puso. Maganda na yung puso. Okay, maganda na yung blood flow. Okay? And this is actually the reason. Now, ang mahal nito eh. This is cardiac PET scan. Huwag na natin itong gawin. Mararamdaman nyo naman eh. Gusto niyo ba? Gumastos pa tayo? Yung iba sa inyo, hindi na nagpa-PET scan. Pero naramdaman yung the same thing na yun ha. Yung pagdaloy ng puso. Yung iba ng mga pasyente, sabi nila, Ma'am, alam mo dati, hindi man daw kaya ako makalakad buhat dito hanggang doon hapo na hapo ako. Pero ngayon nakakalakad na ako ng 10,000 steps. I used to give pedometer, di ba? 10,000 steps na mama ko, 18,000 steps, may energy pa ako. And this happens to you. Okay, ito pa isa. This is above bracketed area in cardiac PET scan, no? Shows significant loss of blood flow. Significant loss of blood perfusion. Dito, oh. But after, this is 6 weeks. Look at this. 6 weeks of intense cholesterol reduction with plant-based nutrition, there is almost total restoration. Okay, here. This is another one. Bracketed. This is bracketed. Nakita niyo yung area na yan. PET scan shows severe loss of blood perfusion. But after this is 12 weeks. 12 weeks. And you can now see good blood flow. So, ibig sabihin, habang hinahabaan nyo yung plant-based diet nyo, mas maraming benefits kayo matatanggap. Okay? This is a problem. There's a problem here. Okay? And then after 12 weeks of intense plant-based nutrition, there is significant blood restoration. Okay, so ngayon alam niyo na kung anong nangyayari. Alam niyo na kung paano nangyayari o anong nangyari sa inyo pagka yung, bakit nawala yung hapon? Have you tried walking? Sa una, tamad kayo. Abay, humahaba na. May energy pa rin. Nararamdaman niyo yan? Abay, bakit ngayon hindi na ako nakakahapo sa 30 minutes? Gusto ko na ng 1 hour. Eh, bakit ngayon ay ako hindi na ako nahahapo ng 5 story? Kaya ko na umakyat pabalik-balik. Okay? And that is the reason. This is not the reason. And we can understand kung paano nangyari yun. Okay? Now, and the good news here is Dr. Cadwell, I was showing you this before, this can happen. Kung ito naman yung titingnan natin, this is angiogram, this is expensive. This is very, very expensive. 50,000, 70,000. Ang mahal nila, kaya kayo magpa-50,000. Abay, mayaman na tayo dito. Pag lahat ay magpapakaan ng angiogram. This was before and after. After what? After 32 months of a total plant-based diet without cholesterol-lowering medication, walang gamot. Showing improvement. He's a medical doctor. Yung may-ari nitong angiogram. Kaibigan ni Cadwell. And he's my model. And he's the doctor. And sabi ko nga, Dr. Cadwell has the protocol kale diet. But we don't have kale here in the Philippines, but we can substitute a lot. Okay, that is the angiogram of the patient, but you can see reversal, pediatrician talk. Ito, factory worker. Can you see the blockage? But it takes time, 6 months. 5 months. 5 months. Pero okay pa rin yun sa pera, taong walang pera. Okay na maghintay. Tapos tumipid ka pa eh. 5 years, sorry, 5 years. 60 months. 5 years. Okay na maghintay ng 5 years. Yung isa 3 years eh. Ito 5 years. Ngayon, if you will go bypass and you don't go diet, ang mangyayari nun, in 5 years, another 5 years, surgery ka na naman. After 5 years, like, surgery ka na naman ulit. If you don't follow the diet. Okay, and we need to do giant change. And I keep on telling my patients the secret. The secret is just so simple. You have to know the problem, identify the problem, trace the root of the problem, and correct the root of the problem. Parating ganyan tayo nga. Alam ko, master nyo na to. Trace the root of the problem, trace the root of the problem, and correct the root of the problem. Parating ganito. Noong isang araw, noong isang few months ago, may nagpunta ang pasyente sa akin. GERD, alam niyo yung GERD, acid reflux. Acid reflux. Ma'am, acid reflux. Yung nanay niya, naka 120,000 sa Manila Adventist Medical Center. After discharge sa Manila Adventist Medical Center, nagpunta sa akin. Sabi ko, tracing the root of the problem. Trace the root of the problem. Ang problem, GERD, acid reflux. Trace the root of the problem. Ang tanong ko, ma'am, kailan ba po kayo nag-acid reflux? Sabi niya, 2 months ago. Ibig sabihin, 3 months ago, wala kang acid reflux. Wala po. Okay. Ang tanong na susunod, nasaan ka 3 months ago? Ma'am, nasa anak kong pastor. Ngayong 2 months ago, nasaan ka? Ma'am, nasa anak kong babae. Alam ko na, adik anak na babae. Dito tayo sa kabila. Bakit ang nanay mo nag-acid reflux nung nasa iyo na? Ma'am, kasi nakikita niya akong umiiyak. May problema akong marital relationship. Meron akong problema sa business. Tapos nakikita ko ng nanay ko, pag umiiyak ako, magtuong mata ko, ang nanay malakas ang sense. Kahit hindi mo ipakita umiyak, alam na umiyak yung anak. Okay? And yung ang nanay ko naman, okay, prescription number 1. Go back to your pastor's son. Pinabalik ko doon sa pastor na bahay, sa anak ng pastor. And then you observe 2-3 weeks, 2-3 days. And after 3 days, there is still pain, follow this diet. Alam niyo kung ano nangyari? 2 days, then natin sa pastor. Pagdating sa office, hakot na ng anak sa pastor's house. Tapos alam niyo, after 3 weeks, tumawag yung pastor. Ma'am, hindi na namin sinunod yung diet niyo. Bakit? Ma'am, nawala yung pain. Hindi pala susunod yung diet, wala na yung sakit. And this is targeting the root of the problem. Diba? May pasyente ko, governor, asawa niya yung pasyente. May masakit daw na pain dito. Nakascan na, ha? Nakascan na. Hindi alam kung ano yung pain. Expensively yung scan. Lipat-lipat sa hospital, hindi alam. Pagdating doon, sabi ko, ano ba kung problema? May pain, hindi alam kung ano. Abay, mag-away pala yung mag-asawa. Okay, ganito po ang umaga, inom kayo nitong juice ko, ito po muna ang salad niyo. Ngayon pong araw, magsama kayo, magpatawaran kayo, kung magkamatayan kaya kayo ngayon, may iiyak o wala. Ay, umiiyak na ang dalawa. Ibig sabihin, mahal niyo po ang isa't isa. Magpatawaran. And then love to the max tonight. Abay, yung babae ay umiinom na ng painkiller, umiinom ng sleeping pills, the wife is already taking lots and lots of medication, sleeping pills, painkiller, and antidepressant drug, but still the pain is there. And the wife is actually has only around 2 hours sleep per night. And then after mixing the trying to fix the marital relationship, they have a very good night's sleep. And after 1 week, they reported no more pain. Without antidepressant drug, without sleeping pills, and without the painkiller, they can sleep good. Perfect sleep. Long sleep, 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. And that solves the problem. So that is correcting the root of the problem. Some of you, the problem is diet. Some of you, the problem is relationship. Many of us, the problem is relationship, and we're so blessed today because we can handle that today. And when we do that, we can now say, yes. Now we have perfect formula. Now maybe in the few months, in one of our programs, we will be showing you this film, Forks Over Knives. Look at this. This is Cadwell, Dr. Cadwell, and that is President Bill Clinton. President Bill Clinton is following our protocol right now. Because he doesn't want to have another stint in his life. So he said, I would rather follow Dr. Cadwell's protocol. So this program is for the elite. Yeah. Like President of America. So ka-level natin sila ngayon, ha? And this is actually the good news. The good news is so simple. Your body has the ability to heal itself. Can we say it together? My body has the ability to heal itself. Say it together. My body has the ability to heal itself. By God's grace. Yes. Okay? Siyempre, ganito yan. Now, look at the circulation. Gaano kahaba ang isang dugo-ugas ng tao? 100,000 miles kung kilometer, 160,000 kilometers. Mahaba ito. And if you compare this one, it can rotate the world several times according to Wikipedia. And it can rotate like 3.9 times around the globe. Ugat ko lang. Your blood is not included yet. Okay, it's just my ugat. And then when you look at this ugat, this is very long. Now, why do I need to show you the ugat? Why do I need to show you the blood vessel? Because the blood vessel has endothelium. Yes, the endothelium. And the endothelium is producing nitric oxide. So meaning the brain has blood vessels, and the brain has endothelium, and the endothelium is producing nitric oxide. The heart also is important, and that has also blood vessel, and that has also endothelium, and that also produces nitric oxide. Now, what is nitric oxide? Nitric oxide is so simple in chemistry. Nitrogen plus oxygen equals nitric oxide, but that is a powerful gas. That is a very powerful gas. That is almost similar to the gas that is being produced by the fumes of your car. That is poison actually outside the body. That is similar to the dynamite. Okay? And it has the ability to vasodilate. Vasodilate. And this is the science of nitric oxide. The nitric oxide can relax the smooth muscle cells, so it can vasodilate. And the science is now focusing the study in nitric oxide, and they can conclude that the nitric oxide can relax the blood vessels, selectively boosting the blood flows to the organs that need it. Tutulungan niya padaluyin ang dugo sa inyong mga ugat. And nitric oxide also can actually prevent white blood cells and platelets from becoming sticky. Hindi niya pala patitigasin yung hindi niya palalaputin ang dugo niyo para may tamang blood flow. It stops blood platelet cells from grouping together in a clot to help prevent blockages in the blood vessels. Hindi niya pagdidikit-dikitin, no? Para dumaloy ng maayos. Okay. Ano pa? It keeps the smooth muscle cells of the arteries from growing to plaque. Hindi niya papapasukin sa endothelium yung plaque. Ito pa, ano pa ito? Ba't lumiit? It is especially for you. If there is already plaque, it will diminish. Palilitin niya yung plaque. And it can also regulate the muscle tone. Oh, this is for you, gentlemen. This is the good news. You are just focusing the attention for the heart health and the brain to prevent heart attack and stroke. But later on, you will come to understand and realize that even the genital organs are benefiting a lot. Yung erectile dysfunction, makukorek yan. Sabi ng mga pasyente ko, Ma'am, walang kabastusan ha. Bakit ganun? Nawala yung erectile dysfunction ko. Abay, hooray. Diba? That's a good news. Okay, it can. Oh, this is important in the immune system. When they started discovering nitric oxide, they just started with the heart. Kaya naging mayaman sila dito na invento nila yung Viagra. Actually, yun yung storya niya. Yung Viagra, yung maaman dyan sa issue na yan. But later on, it's not just for the heart. Imagine they have studied, they have discovered that it can also increase the immune system. And it can fight bacteria, it can fight the virus in the body. Wow, this is amazing. This is super immunity na, no? Ano pa ta? It can transmit messages between nerve cells. And this is amazing. This is now the reasons why patients keep on telling me, ba't ganon? Dati yung aking job na 8 hours, I cannot finish my 8-hour job, and now I can finish it in 2 hours. Before I used to bring home job. But now I can finish it in 2 hours, exactly 2 hours, I'm done. Because of good circulation in your brain. And it can also be the mediator in inflammation. That can correct rheumatism. That can correct any inflammation, even in the lupus patients. Okay? And this is actually the proof, diba? The high-sensitive C-reactive protein. And when you look at that, you can now be safe. You can now be sure that inflammation is gone. And this is beautiful. This is not just for health. This is for beauty. This is the molecule for anti-aging. Yeah. May good news na yung mga babae dito. Sa babae kasi, di ba mama na? Beauty first before health. Okay. Now, who is the author of this research? Now, this is the discoverer. His name is Dr. Louis Ignaro. There are 3 doctors who discovered this nitric oxide, and they were given Nobel Prize Award in Medicine. And this is the doctor. And we attended a program in Shangri-La. And it was actually attended by hundreds of cardiologists. Sabi ko, Mark, I was with Mark and David. Hala, tayo lang dito ang hindi cardiologists. Lahat sila cardiologists. And then, after the lecture of the role of nitric oxide in cardiovascular health, the doctors were asking, Doctor, is it true that the supplement can increase nitric oxide? Is it true that this drug can, produce nitric? Is it true that this can? And the doctor says, still under study, still to be discovered, is still under research. So, hindi concrete yung answer. Okay, hindi concrete ang answer. Sabi ko, wow, this is a kidnap interview. And after the lecture, everybody was gone. We approached Dr. Louis Ignaro and I asked, Doctor, I am not a cardiologist, I am a dietitian, I'm a health advocate, and I want to know, because I saw one of your articles telling us that the nitric oxide can be taken from food. And the nitric oxide can be produced after exercise. And he said, yes, you are right. And that should be the main focus. When you do exercise, he said, when you do exercise, you can have vasodilation. That's the reason why, one of my patients yesterday, wow, ang taas ng blood pressure, but after exercise, blood pressure is normal, right after exercise. Yun siya, because the body can produce nitric oxide when you do exercise. And then I asked the doctor, is it true that the food can produce nitric oxide? Yes, because of the arginine. It's not really, the food has no nitric oxide, but the food has L-arginine and L-citrulline that can lead to nitric oxide production. And now the research is fast growing. They're now saying that if you have vitamin C and vitamin A in the diet, the more nitric oxide is produced. Ang ganda na. So we are in the right track, friends. Okay, so that is the L-arginine and the L-citrulline in the diet. And I was asking, can we get it from food? And he said, yes. The prescription is 5 grams of L-arginine and 1 gram of L-citrulline. By the way, this is a new science. This is a new science. I'm not saying that it is only this. There's still lots to discover. But they say 5 grams of L-arginine and 1 gram of L-citrulline. Gusto niyo malaman kung saan makukuha? Yes. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Let's start with milk. You can get 5 grams of L-arginine if you will be taking less than 2 gallons of milk per day. Can you take that? Do you want to take that? No, so why? Because tataas ng cholesterol mo, magka-cancer ka, that's animal protein, right? And that's all expensive. You will gain a lot of weight when you do that. Now, you can also have 5 grams of L-arginine if you take 12 pieces of eggs. That is equivalent to 5 grams of L-arginine. But it should be raw. Kaya o hindi? Gusto o ayaw? Ayaw. So we cannot take that one because it's raw and cholesterol will go up and it's still animal product. We don't want that one. It's natin kukunin. So where can we get the L-arginine? Sa plant foods. And the L-arginine is so sure. According to study, 1 cup of beans can give you 5 grams of L-arginine. Sir Richard, meron ba tayong beans ngayon? Oh, chili beans ang pagkain natin ngayon. Chili beans ang pagkain natin ngayon. Kaya mag-stay kayo, titikman natin kung ano mga beans meron dyan. But you know, cooking class is always part of it. This is the reason why we keep on inviting people. Now, when we do cooking class, we charge people. When we do like this, we give it for free. Tama? So, siguro once in a while, we will be inviting you for the program and we do actual cooking. And we do multiplication of recipes. We do beautiful cookeries. Yan, yung masarap yan. At lalong masarap pa yan. Gusto nyo matutunan yan? Yes. Gusto nyo matutunan to? O meron pa mas masarap dyan. We will be doing a lot of cooking lessons para mapunta natin into practical application. Now, 1 gram of L-citrulline, where can we get that one? We can easily get that one in 1 big slice of watermelon. Now here, I'm telling you earlier, before I was telling you, right? There are 2 kinds of nutrients, the known and the unknown. The known and the unknown. These are already known. But in the 80s, they were unknown. Tama ba yan? Pero it doesn't mean na wala sila in the 80s. It simply means that the science is fast-growing and now they have already discovered all these known nutrients, but before they were unknown. And the good news, friends, is this. God has placed a lot of nutrients and health-enhancing nutrients in food. And many of them are still unknown today. All we have to do is just trust that there are lots of health-enhancing phytochemicals in plant foods. We just watch later on. We just watch what will happen in the science of nutrition. But the science of nutrition is really exact when it comes to telling the plant foods can actually give you phytochemicals, antioxidants, anti-cancer, can give you isothiocyanins and all these vitamins and minerals and nutrients and all these health-enhancing chemicals. Totoo yun. And that is exact. But I am telling right now that still the science is limited when it comes to research. And we just wait for other researchers. And this is the nitric oxide index. Now here, I want to ask you some question. Is it heart attack food or antidote? So this is wrong. Because I wrote that it's heart attack food. Okay, agree kayo ha? How about this one? Is this heart attack food or antidote? He's smiling at you guys. Antidote. Okay? How about this one? Is this heart attack food? How about that one? How about that one? Okay, that one. How about that one? Oh. Imagine this is already solid fat and fried still in high fat. So this is double heart attack food. Okay? The internal organs are really heart attack food. They're already meat and they're even higher. No? It's even higher when it comes to cholesterol level. By the 100 times. Internal organs are really high in cholesterol and saturated fat. And this is the favorites of the Filipinos. Alam niyo, we have a big mission to do right now. There are only few health educators teaching around the Filipinos. We have lots and lots of, yung misconceptions, mistakes when it comes to food. Ang dami natin kayang tulungan. Right now, I'm teaching in the American Academy of Family Medicine, Sunday. That's my job. Teaching the doctors and the nurses coming abroad, getting their CEU here. They're getting this CEU in America, but the venue is here in the Philippines. So I'm one of the lecturers. And I keep on presenting all this information, and I keep on encouraging them. You are the doctors, you are the nurses from abroad coming here in the Philippines. Please help me do the education, okay? And they are really excited. They want to be part of this mission. Okay, ito heart attack. Ay, tingnan nyo ito ha, karne na. Nilagyan pa ng maraming gata, pinirito pa yan. Triple na to heart attack foods. Meron ditong Bicolano, alam ko paano magluto ng maraming baba. Diba? Sino pinakamalayang pinanggalingan? From Bicol. Sino mas malayo sa Bicol? Sino galing sa Cebu? May galing sa... Oy, para tayuan nga tayo. May galing Cebu, may galing Bicol. Sino mas malayo pa sa Cebu? May lalaban dyan? Galing sa Cebu. May galing Canada. So, this is exciting, no? Because if people go together, join together in one mission, we can help the community, we can save more Filipinos. Now, we cannot reach them, but you are just close to them, and you can easily give the best health education that you could. Again, this is another amazing program. We have the VegCapable.com program. Soon we will be inviting you to join in this program. This is authorship. So we gather people, write the recipe of vegetarian with nutrition analysis. This is a web program, but you have to go training. 3 days training with minimal fee. We're still looking for some slot. Maybe we can use this area for that program. Tapos may libro na kayo. Tapos hindi yun ha, mas maganda isang master chef. Lahat naka-apply tayo. Hindi kasi gusto natin labanan sila. Kasi they are promoting unhealthy diet. Kasi tayo naman. Tapos ang gaganda. You look Facebook. Look at Facebook. VegCapable. We have done this in Indonesia 2 times already. East and West Indonesia. We're done with the South Philippines and the Central Philippines. And here we will be doing in the Central Philippines. Ito ano to? Heart attack foods or the antidote? Nandito lang mga estudyante ko. Ano ba?
Butter is rich in cholesterol.
Nalito na. Yung mais. So, ano gagawin natin dyan? Bakit nandiyan kasi yung butter na yan ang ginagawa niya dyan sa tuktok? Ito, ano to? Okay, heart attack foods. Yan, ang dami nating heart attack foods available around. But we can choose wisely. We can choose wisely, friends. How about this one? How about this one? How about this one? How about that one? How about that one? Ano naman yan? Ito ba alam nyo? Kamusta naman ang kamote? Matagal ko na ang rino-promote. Ayan. Kainin ang balat. Hindi na french fries, hindi na kamote fries, ha? Ba't yung lahat ng gulay? Ito naman ang pinakasikat sa lahat. Ito naman ang pinakasikat din. Ito, favorite. Ito, malapit nang magtagbayabas. Ayan. And when we have that one, we can see reduction. Okay, I hope and pray that when we learn about this is the good news. Those of you, many of you, I can recognize faces. Many of you have attended our program, but you have brought your friends also here. How many of you here are first-timer in Need Health Seminar? First time. Oh, tingnan nyo, yun ang first time. First time tumatend ng seminar, hinatak lang kayo. Ang galing ng mga health educators, ang galing maghatak. sabi ni Reyna, ate, ganito palang kalami yung nai-invite ko, quota na tayo sa 40, paano yung ganun kakapal na dalawa? Sabi ko, stop inviting. Hindi tayo kakasya, kung lahat nagpunta, baka mag-1,000 yan. Diba? So friends, and lalo pa may hata kayo. Okay? We can help people. Okay, ito na nga, this is the best news. The best news is this. If you are still, those of you who raise your hands, those of you who are not eating yet a very good diet, don't engage in strong emotions. What do I mean by this? Huwag kayo masyadong magagalit, huwag kayo masyadong ma-excited, kasi your endothelium might rupture. Ganun siya, ha? Kaya di ba yung sinabi, kumain lang ng konting taba, nagalit, nanalo sa loto, namatay. Hindi na-claim ang premyo. O kaya nagalit. But you know what? The good news is this. This is the best news today. The best news in my lecture is your endothelium becomes strong in 3 weeks. Although the plaque is still there, but it will not rupture. Because you are successful now lowering your cholesterol, you're successful already lowering your LDL, and you have already a very stable endothelium. Nandoon pa yung plaque, but it will not rupture. Now, after 3 weeks or 1 month, you can now engage in strong emotions. Because your endothelium is now, endothelium's capacity. Now, after 3 weeks, endothelium will go into action producing nitric oxide. Yung natuwa ka, yung na-excited ka, minsan nagalit ka, tumaas bigla yung boses mo, and still the endothelium is producing nitric oxide. Pero those of you who are not following yet healthy living, don't jog. Baka mamatay kayo habang nagja-jogging. You have to make it stable in 3 weeks muna. And then after that, you can engage on strong emotions. That's the best news today. Diba? Huwag mo na, hinay-hinay muna kayo, mag-low-fat diet muna kayo, mag-plant-based diet muna kayo, and then after 3 weeks, you can now engage on strong emotions. And when we do that, we can now see vasodilation in your blood. Friends, this is beautiful. Now, joining together in this group, I'm so excited. Siguro ang nitric oxide ko, taas na ng production ngayon. Kasi nakita ko kayo. Okay, nakita ko kayo, and I'm so happy because you know, seeing friends can actually add happiness. Sa kanina nga sabi sa akin ni Sir Arnold, Ma'am, imagine, siya ang pinakamalayo, galing Bicol. Ma'am, retired na ako kahapon. Sabi niya ganyan. And I'm so happy kasi 2 months and 2 years na akong hindi nagagamot. Imagine counting the money and counting your productivity in 2 months. That is amazing. Okay? So that is our simple lecture to prevent preventions or solutions for chest pain. And now we will enter into the second part of the program, which is more important, and the title is Solutions for Brokenheartedness. But before we do that, let's all, do we have the music? So everybody will be joining us in the short music, praise and worship. And some of you can have, if you want to drink water, there is water at the back of this divider, and we have the comfort room at that area.